What if your entire world, your job, your home, your future, was swallowed in less than 900 days? Not by bombs, not by armies, but by something far more silent. In 1941, Leningrad was surrounded, cut off, slowly suffocated over 872 brutal days, the longest siege in modern history. Today, a new siege has begun, and most people don't even know the walls have already closed in. Welcome to History by Mix Zahra, where we uncover the patterns shaping your world right now. Today, we connect two timelines built on the same blueprint of displacement, survival, and the fight to remain relevant. On September 8, 1941, German forces completed their encirclement. No food in, no fuel in, no way out. 3 million people woke up as normal citizens. By evening, they were prisoners inside their own city without a visible wall. That is the most dangerous kind of siege. The one you don't see coming. History is repeating this pattern today. Entire industries are being quietly surrounded. The supply lines of stable employment are being cut, one by one, without announcement. The walls are already up. Inside the siege, the survivors were not the strongest or most educated. They were the ones who adapted fastest. Citizens tore apart wooden buildings for firewood. They melted snow for water. They turned libraries into hospitals. Displacement forces reinvention. The workers surviving today's disruption are doing the same thing. They are tearing apart their old skill sets and rebuilding something new. How fast can you reinvent yourself? At the height of the siege, Leningrad had one lifeline left, a frozen lake called Lake Ladoga. Drivers crossed it in trucks under artillery fire on ice thin enough to crack beneath them, delivering just enough food to keep the city breathing. They called it the Road of Life. Every era of displacement has a road of life, a narrow, dangerous path that keeps people moving forward when every other route is blocked. Today, that road looks like learning new skills, building new networks, and moving toward opportunity rather than waiting for the old world to return. It is never a comfortable road, but it is the only road that works. Here is the hardest truth of the Leningrad siege. The people who waited for rescue, who believed the siege would lift on its own, suffered the most. At the peak of the winter of 1941, nearly 4,000 people were dying every single day inside the city. Not from bombs, from starvation, from the slow, invisible cost of inaction. Displacement does not punish the unprepared all at once. It punishes them slowly, day by day, until the damage becomes impossible to reverse. The workers, industries, and communities waiting for things to return to the way they were are paying this same daily cost right now. On January 27, 1944, 872 days after the siege began, Soviet forces finally broke through the German lines. Leningrad had survived, but it was not the same city. The people who made it through were not the ones who had waited for the old Leningrad to come back. They were the ones who had built a new version of themselves inside the ruins. Every period of displacement ends. History guarantees that. But what you become during those 872 days, that is entirely up to you. 872 days. That is how long it took for the walls to fall in Leningrad. History is not just a story of the past. It is a map showing you exactly where the roads lead. If this video made you see the present differently, subscribe to History by Mix Zahra right now. Every week, we decode the patterns of history so you can navigate what comes next. Hit the like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. The siege will end. The only question is, will you be ready when it does?